My background looks so bland without the Collies, I had to throw the Danes in there. Howdy! It's Rat. This video is very much so long awaited and, well, Collie Collection, haha. Before I get into it, I just quickly want to give some context. So I am posting the Collie Collection video after we've already started the process of moving, but technically I'm filming this before we move. My room is going to be a construction zone for a little bit because we need to actually like construct the parts of the room. Anyway, so it would take a long time before I would even be able to film in it, and I don't know how things are going to be. So I decided to film the Collie Collection video early. So yeah, let's get into it. Mint's just gonna chill back there, I guess. Okay, so first up, the first Collie to be released is number 58, the Paw Up version. Oh, he is also the only Collie that was released with the Paw Up minus 237, which I'll of course show later. He is very much so himbo vibes. Of course he's known as like Sage Bond from LPS Popular, but I love him. He's a silly cutie, and he's got a red magnet, and he was only released with a red magnet. Next up is 58 variant. I am showing these two together because both are the blue magnet variants. There is a red magnet variant. That's just one of the two Collies that I still need. I like this one a lot more. I think he's super cute. This one's face is kind of weird. Of course, the 58 variant has its paw down instead of the paw being up, which shove them in there. I am keeping both of them because of the difference in the body airbrushing. This one is darker at the paws and then lighter in the middle. And then this one is just a very even toast. He is one of my favorite Collies. I really like him. I think the paw down version just looks a lot cooler than the paw up version. He looks less himbo. Next in line is number 67. So this was the first pet in my collection. I have multiple 67s. This one is the ugliest. He does have a red magnet and an E on his foot. I did paint his chest because it was super chipped, and his nose as well, and his muzzle. Here's a comparison between my mascot 67 and this one. You can see that the airbrushing on the face is a lot thinner. It just like faded. I think that makes him look kind of ugly. But no offense, I do love him and I will keep him, of course, but he's a little ugly. This one is also red magnet, which I will get into the magnet variant in a second, but this one has a really nice thick airbrushing and I love him for that. I got him from Panda. Now, I have talked about my connection with 67 plenty of times on my channel. I love him. I have so much nostalgia for him, and he was just one of my favorite pets as a child. He is one of my favorite Collies by far. I don't know about favorite in design, but he's definitely my favorite emotionally. Now here is the blue magnet variant. He is a lot more damaged than the other two. Well, I'd say his damages are pretty similar to the first 67 I showed, but I just haven't fixed him. Like I said, he's got a blue magnet, and I would love to talk about the difference between the blue magnet and the red magnet 67s. Alright, so I can instantly tell when a 67 is a blue magnet or red magnet one simply because of the airbrushing. All the blue magnet 67s I've seen have this like more triangular airbrushing. It's not very thick at the top. You can see in comparison here where this one's a lot thicker up here. Even with this one that is losing its airbrushing, you can see that it's thicker at the top compared to this one. I did a whole video dedicated to this 67. I did an unboxing video. This is a new in-box 67, which was my dream nib set that I wanted so bad. It's the one nib that I'm like, I will never open it. Like, I want it for the fact that it is a nib, although you can see that it's got like cat hair buildup on it. And the 67 in there just looks so nice. I love the way he looks. I got him from Panda and I love him so much, dude. I would probably say that this is actually the rarest Collie in my collection. He's really hard to find new in box. I love him. So this is 237, aka Pog Dog. He's such a silly little guy. There's too much hate for him. I love him so much. This is a red magnet version. He's also special in his own little way because 237 has the ability to have a red magnet, blue magnet, and a hole. The hole variant is just a lot more common in Europe. He is a little dusty from sitting on my desk. My friend Panda has like 30 of him, but I really love him. He's just a silly little guy. Now, here's the blue magnet version. He seems just about as common as the red magnet, maybe like slightly less, but still very common. And then here is the hole variant. There's that beautiful hole. So it's kind of weird considering the fact that his whole gimmick is being able to catch the disc and stuff like that, and he also doesn't have a head magnet. And, you know, there's his whole play set and everything, and he can't even interact with it. I'm pretty sure he probably came with a board game. You can see that his leg is very, he's so much like lighter because of the fact that he has 3 less magnets. I love when pets have the ability to have a red magnet, blue magnet, and a hole. So I think he's super cool. There's not really a big difference between the 3. This one is the hole. I should probably swap them. Someone did point out when I was comparing them that the hole variant's mouth seems a little bit lighter, but you can't really tell in this lighting, and it's not very noticeable anyway. There is also a difference on the white on the face, but that just seems to happen no matter what. Like that's not really specific to the magnets. Next up is the pricey boy, of course, $272. I got mine for a pretty decent price. I mean, for me, I know some people may disagree, but I got him for $125. I personally really love 272. I think he's very cute. I do also call him Piscali. No offense, but I do love him, and I am so happy to have him. I thought I would never be able to get him, and here he is. He has a red magnet, and only a red magnet. Thank God. I do not have to do any stupid ass variants. My wallet would absolutely hate me. I do wish he had cleaner face paint. It's fine. I'll take it. I don't care. I love him either way, which I know I keep saying, but I do. I mentioned him in my favorites collection, but here is Red Magnet 363. I have a weird obsession with red magnet pets. I don't know why. I just think the red magnet looks super nice. So I prefer this version just because he has a red magnet. There's not a big difference between the red and blue magnet. I like him. He's cute, and I got him from Panda. Similar to 67, I do have a lot of nostalgia for him. He was actually my 67's brother when I was younger, and I guess he still is character-wise. I think he's cute, even though he's bug-eyed a little bit. Then here is the blue magnet version. I also got him from Panda. Thank you, Panda, for being my 363 supplier. He's pretty much about the same, other than the fact that he's more discolored simply just because he's not in the best well, he's not in bad condition. He's just not in as good of condition. Here's a little comparison between the two. They're, like I said, very similar. Like, there's not a big difference other than, again, the fact that this one is just a little bit more discolored, but I love them both. I think he's a silly little guy. I think all my collies are just silly little guys. Next up is number 893. I also have a lot of nostalgia for her as well. I didn't think I'd like her, and then I got her, and then I really liked her. I do think mine is a little bit on the uglier side. There are 893s that have thicker lashes and 893s that have thinner lashes. Mine had thinner lashes. It's just the person who I bought it from thickened them. I still prefer the look of the actual thick lashed 893s. I would like to get another one day. She has a hole and she can only have a hole. Next is 1194. I have a little bit of a controversial opinion. I do like this pet, but like on camera. In person, the eyeshadow is, I don't know if it just hits the light a weird way, but it's not very noticeable, which makes her look kind of bald. I know there are some that do have darker eyeshadow in person as well, but it seems like most of them are a lot lighter. I do really like her though, and I really like the way she looks like on camera. It's just in person, she looks a little bald. I do think she looks very pretty and elegant, and I put this scarf on her recently. I love it. It like goes with her nose very well. She's stunning. You know, ever since I put the scarf on her though, I have started to like her a lot more than I previously did. She also has a hole and can only have a hole. Next up is my little pride and joy. It is Nintendo Collie, aka 1262. I have loved this collie ever since I was a kid. I just think her eyes are super neat. She is one of the few G2 pets that has heterochromia, and I just think she's really pretty. I like her colors. I know some people think that they're super funky and they don't like that, which I get it. It is a little bit all over the place, but personally, I love it. She is definitely one of my favorite collies. I could not tell you what my favorite collie is. Actually, I'm lying, I can, but she is also a nostalgic pet for me, and she has a hole and can only have a hole. I know she came out long before the Nintendo Switch, but her eyes give off Nintendo Switch vibes. I get that this is orange instead of red, but she still just looks like Nintendo Switch collie. Here is 1330. I love this collie, but I'm so pissed over the variant. I want it so bad, but it's so expensive, and it's like the one unique collie that I need that's not just, you know, a red magnet variant for 58, and it angers me so much. But yeah, here is Sticker-Eyed Collie. I really like her. I like Sticker-Eyed pets as a whole. She's got a hole and can only have a hole. I said hole like a ton. Anyway, so if you don't know, the variant of her just has a lighter head coloring. What? The paint on her head is lighter. I think she's just a silly little cowgirl. I love her. She's just so yeehaw. I really love her colors as well. I just love all the neutrals, and then the eyes just kind of pop, which I think is really neat. Okay, this is my favorite collie design-wise. This is 1542. I love the colors on this collie. I think it's just such a pretty pet. Just like the gradient on the face looks so nice. I love it so much. I know I'm saying that a lot. I am very passionate about collies. I have also seen recently what this collie is going for, and that it's like insane to me. It's like double the price that I paid. Like, what? This one has a hole and can also only have a hole. There's like so much dust coming from them because they've just been sitting on my desk for so long. Up next is 1676, and I'm gonna be so real, this is my least favorite collie. It's not that I dislike it, because I don't dislike any of the collies, but I don't dig the random brown on the feet. I've seen people paint it white, and I like it a lot better that way. I got her from the same seller that I got the whole puzzle collie from, which you will of course see later. I do not know what that is. I will say I do think her color is neat. It does stand out a lot, and we don't have a lot of purple main 5s, so that's kind of cool. She also has a hole and can only have a hole. 1723. I would like to say that I am saying these off the top of my head. I have all the collies numbers memorized, so this one I got a really good deal on. I got it on Depop for like $15, which is pretty good. But she's not insanely pricey. Last time I checked, I do not know anymore. That's still a good price. I thought I'd like her a lot more than I actually did, and then when she arrived I was like, she's okay. I think the thing that like I just find a little weird is the yellow paint on the chest. Like, it's just, I thought I'd like it a lot more than I actually do, but either way, I still really like this pet and I'm very happy to have it. Again, there's not a single collie I don't like, but she isn't my favorite. I do see a lot of people talk about the little, that part on the hair and not liking that. I don't mind that. I think it's kind of neat. It's a little different at least. She also has a hole and can only have a hole. This is 2210. I got her in a big lot. Not as big as the lot that I got recently. It was like 40 pets for like $60. And so I got her for a pretty decent price. I didn't really like her that much when I first got her. She was actually one of my least favorite collies, but recently she has grown on me. I do like this little outfit. I would like to remake the mushroom charm, but she's cute. Yeah, she's in like great condition. The lot that I got, a lot of the pets were in very good condition. This pet can have either a clear peg or a white peg. Mine does have a clear peg, but I kind of want to also go after the white peg version, but at the same time, it's like, it could just, you could get a clear peg one and just peg swap it. Is it really worth it? Is it worth the money? It's like, how do I know that I got one that hasn't just been peg swapped, you know? I don't know if I will, but it's definitely an option. And it has a hole and can only have a hole. Next up is the collie that I think is in the worst condition out of all my collies. It has some paint rubbing off on the ears, and then also it was like that in the muzzle as well, but I did repaint it, and the nose. I don't love blind bag collie, but I also don't know if that's because Mine's just ugly. This is number 2542. No. 2452. I get it mixed up sometimes because of 1542. I will say this pet does give me nostalgia, not because I had it as a kid or even a fake of it as a kid. It's mostly because I would love to watch people unbox the cutest pets blind bags. And so I just like really wanted this collie whenever I'd watch those. She has a hole and can only have a hole, and she also has a white peg and can only have a white peg unless she gets peg swapped. I should also add, just because I'm bringing up peg swaps, this 363 has a white peg because I did peg swap him, and I also have a puzzle collie who I will be showing next that has a white peg because I peg swapped it. That's like completely not important. I just wanted to talk about it because I like peg swaps. Alright, next is Puzzle Collie, and I'm actually working on a series that involves Puzzle Collie. It's bare bones right now. I'm just kind of brainstorming, but yeah, I really like this collie, and I think that stems just from the fact that it is a brown pet, and you know how I feel about brown pets. This is the red magnet version. This is the only other collie aside from 237 that can have either a red magnet, blue magnet, or hole. That's another reason why I really love Puzzle Collie. I just think that's super neat. This collie has no number. It just came in a puzzle, and I think all the puzzle pets don't have any numbers. Here's the blue magnet version, which is the one that had the peg swap, that has a blue magnet. What? It does have a blue magnet that has a white peg. This one is a little weird though, because it is missing paint on the inner leg, which I find kind of annoying because it makes the stance look wider. Here's the blue magnet, and here's a little comparison of the two. They're pretty much the same, minus the fact that mine has a weird error. The special one though is the hole variant, which is weird, and I would like to talk more on because there's some things that I did not mention in my unboxing video. So as I mentioned before, of course, the eyes are lighter than the other two variants, but also I noticed that the hole, and this is something that is noticeable on every single Puzzle Collie variant, the hole is like different than the normal construction of an LPS hole. Instead of having the hexagon, it has just some excess plastic, which again is something that I have noticed on every single whole Puzzle Collie variant. This was something that actually kind of made me wonder if it was even an actual variant or if it was just like a pet whose magnets fell out. But considering the fact that every single whole Puzzle Collie variant has lighter eyes than the red and blue magnet counterpart, it's obvious that it is an actual different pet and not just its magnet falling out. But I just think that's so weird, and I'm very intrigued. Like, why did they do that? As I mentioned in that video, it is a lot more common to find in Europe. I think it's only been found in Europe so far, and it is just quite hard to find as a whole. As a whole. I did a better comparison in the video of the unboxing of the Puzzle Collie of the different eye color, so if you want to check that out you can, but here's just a base comparison. And then here's a comparison with the blue magnet one as well. I just accidentally tossed my blue magnet Puzzle Collie in the air. Bro got launched. So these I count as one, because it's half a collie and half a collie, so together it's one collie. These are bodies of 67 and 363. You will see why I have them later, but I want to keep them just because, you know, they fit. They're good. I like them. But yeah, when I say I have like 46 collies, these two are counted as one. At least I think I have 46. I don't remember. Okay, so I also do want to collect the new gen collies, and so this is the only one that I have right now. Oh, she's got hair on her. This is the one that comes in, I think it's like called the Surprise Family Pack, I don't know. But it's the one that comes with the 3 collie children and then the 1 panda. I don't have that panda, but I do have the other kids. I actually don't know her number, and I'm too lazy to look it up, because that means I also have to look up the toddlers, and I don't care. Here are the toddlers. I think the set is actually really cute, and I do kind of wish I had the panda as like a little honorary collie. I just bought the set without it, not intentionally. I did not mean to split up the family, it just happened. I do want to work on getting more new gen collies. I just want to focus on the last of the G2 ones that I need. Next, we're on to one of my favorite parts, which is the funky fakes. I don't have many of them. I really want more. There's some that I really want. Like, I really want the 675 Collie, and then also the 817.I variant Collie. I want it so bad. It's this Dane as a Collie. That's my dream. This is like my second favorite pet, and I love Collies, and so that's just like, I want it so bad, but it's really hard to find. All right, so first pick I'm gonna show is this one. I really love this pet. I want to do a peg swap on him so that he has a better peg. It's not helping that I have a collar on him, but it's really bad. I did gloss his eyes just to make him look a little nicer and to set the eyes apart from the base. He is, of course, a mashup of the one Blythe short hair. I don't know the number. I'll show it on screen though. Yeah, I really like him. I think it's a really nice mashup, and design swap fakes are so great. I thought he looked really cute with the yellow collar, and I would like to actually make a character out of him someday. Here is the glow collie, which does glow, because I've had people like ask, like, oh, does it glow well? Yes, it does. I will turn the lights off at night and just see him glowing on my desk, and I just think it's kind of crazy. He's a little ghost. I really like him, and I do have another one of him that I want to customize because I think glow collie customs are really cool, or just glow pet customs as a whole. His head does not want to go forward. He's really neat, and I will show a picture of him glowing in the dark. This is one of my favorite fakes. I love it so much. I love all the Collies so much, but this one is a really funky fake. I think it's the same, I'm so sorry, Mint. I think it's the same company that made the 1022 fake that I showed in my Great Dane collection video. It does have more of like a bobble, but it's not really a bobble, it's just a loose head, and it is made of a similar rubbery material. It also has a similar like neck hole that the Dane has. It's just a lot looser. This is one of those old fakes that is actually really hard to find. I just saw it in a lot and I was like, I need that. I first saw it in a video, I think by like Alice LPS, and ever since I saw it as a kid, I was like, it looks like it makes the best clacky sounds. I want it, and it kind of doesn't. I thought it'd make like more of a hard plastic clacky sound, but no. But I still love it. I really do. It's obviously attempting to be 1723, but it's failing really bad. I'm going to show these three all together. So these are, I know they're not Collies, they're technically Huskies, but they are based off the Collie designs. They're the baby Collie fakes. I get asked about them a lot since they're typically in the background of my videos. I did get them off of Amazon. I know you can also get them off of AliExpress. They're actually kind of a little on the pricier end though. So, which is weird, but all right. So, of course, this one is a fake of 2210. This one is 363. This one is my favorite, and in my opinion, the one that looks the best. It is 272. And this one is the one that I think that looks the worst, considering the eyes are just so off, and the white is tan, but this is a fake of 1542. I think they're really cool though. I really like them, and I hope that they make more of the other Collies. Hey, this is Future Rat here, just to tell you that I did get another Collie. I also have a Red Magnet 58 variant on the way, but he has not arrived yet. Him. So this is, of course, the LPS Liver QA Butter Collie. Even though I'm not a big LPS Liver QA fan, I do like some of the custom Collies that they do. And so I was happy to get him for a good price secondhand. I think he's really cute. I jokingly call him Frankenflesh Collie though, because he looks like a Frankenstein's monster of flesh. I didn't film the unboxing because, well, the room that I'm staying in, the walls are insanely thin. And so like all of my family would be able to hear me, and no thank you. You can see my shadow in the background. Anyway, update done. Next up is the customs, and I am starting with the two prototype customs that I made. This is a prototype custom of 67. If you didn't know, he was originally intended to be a paw up Collie, but that was changed, probably because he cannot wear his helmet with his paw up. Like, he just can't. He falls over. Yeah, I made a little custom using a fake Collie body, and I took the head off of a 67, which is why I have this headless body. Yeah, I really like the way that he turned out, and I especially love him with his bandana. I would like to display him with his car as well, but I don't have a display right now. Then of course the 363 paw up custom. He was also originally intended to have a paw up, but they ended up changing that again, probably just because it's harder for them to stand up. This one stands up better than the 67 though. Yeah, and he is the reason why this one is headless, but this body is crusty anyway. It's got rust all over it. And he's got his little iconic scarf that I got from Panda. Thank you, Panda. These next are the last customs from me. This was my first ever full custom that I made that I have talked about in the past before. It's not perfect, but I love it. I love the little flower crown and everything. It just, honestly, the design, I dig it. When I painted it a lot brighter than it was intended to be, but that's because I ran out of white paint to mix with the pink and I was impatient, so I just went at it. I really do love this custom, even though she's not perfect. She is my baby. And then I remade it a year later, and here is the remake. The colors are a little bit more accurate than the original one, however they are still off a little bit, but I actually just really like the color of it. There's obvious improvement, especially with the eyes. This custom was also very smooth until I had issues with the sealant, and so it's a little bumpy in the front, because of course it is, you know, the first thing that you look at. Anyway, my favorite part is definitely the eyes. I think it's really good, and I just think, you know, big improvement in a year. I'm really happy about it. Now, this was the first collie custom that I ever got that wasn't one that I made. This is from Panda. It is a partial custom of 363. It is made on a fake 363 base. You can see it's got little paws. I really like this eye style. I think it looks super cool, and I just think overall he's just a happy little fella. This next custom is from someone who is in Littlest Discord server. This person is named Scrimblus on the server. I don't think that he has any other social media, or at least not any like LPS social media. His work is actually really cool. I love the eyes. This is a really neat collie, golden retriever, and chinchilla custom. So it's the chinchilla tail, retriever body, and then a collie head, along with sculpted parts as well. This next one is from Citadel Customs on Instagram. It is a blueberry collie custom that I got for Christmas from my parents. I love the little eyebrows. They're like blueberries, which I think is the intent, but I really like that aspect about it. And I also really love the eyes. I also just like the colors as a whole. It's blue and purple. You can't go wrong with blue and purple. Here's the little signature on the bottom. This next one is from someone on eBay, and I know they also have a Depop. I will show the eBay and Depop on the screen. I don't think that they have any LPS socials where they show their customs, but like, I like the little daisies and the eyes. I just think it's so pretty, and I am pretty sure the base is painted and it's so smooth. It was probably made using an airbrush, I would assume. It's really nice. I wish there was a way for me to follow the customizer, because I have also seen other customs from them and they're really nice. But yeah, this is a really cute custom. And the last collie that I've gotten is this custom from Cobalt. This is a mini collie head on a Himalayan cat body. I did a whole unboxing video with this custom and I love it so much. I love the colors. I love the little spots, and like the tail is my favorite part. It's a very cute head swap and I'm so happy to have gotten it. I set alarms and everything for this thing. Just the way that the yellow spots pop out and like with the eyes and everything, he's my son. Mint, come back here, you ass. Anyway, so that was my collie collection. I hope you enjoyed me being a massive nerd throughout the thing. I am not excited to edit this video. Anyway, bye.